What's going on, guys? Welcome to Wrestling Chat with me, Tyler Weston. This is episode number 3. I guess I would like to start the show off with, a little bit of mixed communication, I guess. So it's rumored, quote unquote, it's rumored. I don't know what's going on. That Goldberg is going to face, or Goldberg or Sting is now going to be Undertaker's opponent. The whole thing with Shane, that I think, like my friend had said, and I got to start, realizing after it happened and after it got announced. I think the whole thing with Shane, I think that was just to get a lot of people to buy the network. The biggest, what I don't get about it is, if you want the pay-per-view to be bought and you want to actually advertise it, you would have thrown somebody out there like Goldberg or Sting initially. That's my only pet peeve with that. That's my only issue on that aspect. Now Sting or Goldberg, I think, would be a good challenge for Undertaker. So now originally it was going to be Owens Undertaker or Strowman Undertaker. I don't want to see Strowman Undertaker because out of all of the Wyatts, Strowman is the weakest one. He's not really even a fighter. Wyatt Undertaker would have been good again to see. But then again, a lot of people had mixed, reviews on that. A lot of people didn't like the Bray Wyatt Undertaker match at WrestleMania 31. I personally thought it was a good match. I thought it was a good fight. A lot of people didn't feel like it was. And people got to keep in mind, too, that also before that match even started and even happened, Bray Wyatt got injured. Bray Wyatt actually had an injury prior to the match. I'm not saying that would have been a difference maker for the match. I mean, I honestly, just personally, I thought it was a good match. As far as Sting Triple H at WrestleMania 31, that could have been a lot better, I think. I think that fight could have been a lot better than what it was. Anyways, yeah, but that honestly, there's just a lot of mixed communication going on right now with the Undertaker. Who's he gonna fight at WrestleMania 32? Well, we don't know. But the man from the dark side, he's coming out tomorrow night on Raw, and he's gonna talk about it. He's gonna say, who he wants, or maybe he'll accept this whole thing with Shane. Maybe this whole thing with Shane's real. Maybe this whole thing with Shane's actually gonna happen. Or maybe it's just a BS, way to get people to buy the network. And like I've said, and I've said it numerous times, if you haven't gotten the network yet, it's definitely a good investment. And if you're a really big wrestling fan like I am myself, a lot of people I know that are into it, then you should definitely invest into it. It's $29.97 if you buy the not debit cards. If you buy the gift cards, you get those at Walmart. If you have a WWE Shop account, you can get that on WWE Shop. I have this 25th anniversary WrestleMania brought on the show today. I don't need this anymore. I have everything on the network. I watch everything on the network now. So anybody who's wanting this DVD, $10. Anyways, because I know a lot of my wrestling buddies, they They like wrestling, so and they don't really have enough money for the network. So, anyways, so it looks like we're gonna have Brock Lesnar, Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania 32. That's gonna be a street fight. That's gonna be a good match, honestly. As you can see, I'm wearing Brock Lesnar. He's a beast. I don't know how many times you gotta say it though. The guy's a beast. Anyways, we got Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar set up for WrestleMania 32 street fight. I'm hearing AJ Styles is gonna face Kevin Owens for the title at WrestleMania 32. Obviously Triple H versus Roman Reigns for the world title at WrestleMania 32. And like I said, we don't really know who Undertaker's fighting right now. As it sets right now, it still looks like it could be him and Shane. Now they're saying that Triple H could defend the title before WrestleMania 32, so then that kind of messes up the main event. That kind of screws things up with that. Unless he keeps the title. Because honestly, if he lost the title, I couldn't see Shane McMahon defending the title against freaking Roman Reigns. That would just be a boring fight. Triple H Reigns would be a good fight, I think. But like I said, as it stands right now, I don't really think WrestleMania is set in stone yet. The only matches I could actually think that are actually gonna legitimately happen will be the Brock Ambrose match and the Kevin Owens Styles match are the two I can really see being like absolutely confirmed. Because you don't know if Triple H has to defend the title at like a house show or something happens with that, or I don't know what's going to happen on that aspect. So really, I don't know like at this point what they're going to plan on doing. So yeah, it really don't really know what's going to happen for WrestleMania yet. Like I said, Undertaker comes out tomorrow night on Raw. He's going to talk. So tomorrow night we'll find out more on what's going to happen with WrestleMania. So I guess there ain't really much we could say on that aspect until it actually happens. Because can't really say much until it happens. We still got a few weeks here before WrestleMania. WrestleMania 32 will be a live show. It'll be a Sunday, April 3rd. I think kickoff is 6 o'clock. Pre-show for them would be 5 o'clock. WrestleMania is always the earlier pay-per-view. Starts earlier, it ends earlier. So 6 to like 9:30 compared to like 7 or 8 till like 11ish. So it's always a few difference early. The show is always a difference. It's always an hour difference maker in the show when they start them early. And WrestleMania will be the one that they start early. It's the biggest one of the year, biggest pay-per-view of the year, so it'd be a good one to watch. Once everything's set in stone, once everything's confirmed, and they know who's actually going to be fighting at WrestleMania, then we'll know more. We'll know more after tomorrow night's Raw. That's for sure. That's one given. That's one thing that we'll know. After Raw tomorrow night, we'll absolutely know more. We got 5 Raws before the pay-per-view, so they still got time to set up matches and still got time to set things up. So we definitely have plenty enough time before WrestleMania between now and then to see what is going to be confirmed and who's going to fight who and what's going to happen. This is episode 3. We premiered the show last Sunday. That was Fastlane. And then we had episode 2 that Monday. I won't do that this week. The only reason I did that last week is to premiere the show. And that was kind of like the pilot episode, and then I wanted to do another episode. So there won't be 2 episodes this week. This is considered episode 3. So, I am down the road searching for a co-host. Right now I'm just kind of kicking it and being solo for the show right now. I'm coming up with a new name for the show, so maybe in a few weeks it's probably not going to be called The Wrestling Chat with me. It's going to be called something different, and I'm trying to come up with a name for it, so I'm going to be changing the name soon. My friend brought back Wrestling Hour, so I just want to say congratulations to you, Nick Brissett. Hopefully things work out for you on that. I know you said you were kind of hesitant to bring it back for a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy for you. I can never make it down to VCAM anymore, so it's hard for me to do that kind of stuff. To go, to do those shows down there. It's harder for me. So it's easier for me just to do it right here at my house and on Sundays. So this is gonna probably be a Sunday thing, guys. Or depending on if I wake up early enough to do the shows during the week. It's because I work during the week, so it's a little harder to do the shows. But today I'm filming it today, Sunday, February 28th, 2016. So actually, this will be the last episode for February, and then we'll be going into March here in 2 days. So. Not too long of a wait, guys. We once we hit March and right around the corner, it'll be WrestleMania. So I can't wait. I'm pumped. I'm actually pretty excited. I just don't know who my boy's gonna fight. I wonder who Undertaker's gonna get this year. Like I said, if it's gonna be him and Shane, then it definitely should be. They should have it planned out a little differently. Like, I think they should book it better. The only thing that's gonna save that match, honestly, if it does happen, is gonna have some sort of interference, and I really don't want that to happen, but I think it's the only way that fight's gonna actually be good. Because Shane is not a trained wrestler, and I have nothing against Shane McMahon. At all the McMahons, I mean, I think he knows how to run it the most. And Vince is smart at what he does too. Vince has been doing this business forever now. He took it from his old man. His dad did it, so he's doing it now. And then he kind of passed the generation off. Now he passed it over to Stephanie and over to Triple H. But like Shane McMahon had said on last Monday night on Raw, he had said that ratings haven't been up, ratings haven't been good. And from watching wrestling as of late, I don't think the ratings have been that great. For the exception of Fastlane. I think Fastlane actually brought back the meaning of a good pay-per-view. I know a lot of people didn't like it, and a lot of people were complaining about how Reigns won, and like I said, we knew Reigns was going to win the match. That's a given. I mean, that's a given. People should have known that, going into that fight, watching that fight, knowing that Ambrose was not going to win that match, or Brock wasn't going to win that match. Storyline base, it doesn't make sense at this point in time, because how many times that Roman Reigns has been screwed over on the show, it does not make sense at this point in time to have Ambrose or Brock Lesnar win the match. That just does not make sense in the world of the World Wrestling Entertainment business. It just does not make sense. At this point in time, it does not make sense for that to happen. So, yeah. And then I'm also hearing, I don't think Cena will be back in time. Cena is still out for a little bit. And that's why we won't see Undertaker versus Cena. A lot of people wanted to see that. I wanted to see that. I know my brother's a huge Cena fan. He wanted to see that. a lot of people wanted to see Cena Undertaker. That's the thing. But they didn't have a backup plan. So now we're probably going to end up, like I said, we're probably going to end up seeing Shane versus Undertaker. That's just unfortunate because there isn't a backup plan on there. Anyways, but yeah, that right there, you know, sometimes we can't always get the fights we want to see. That's just unfortunate. That's unfortunately how it goes. So yeah, we don't know. There's not much set in stone. I would like to see Sting Undertaker. That would be cool. Yeah, most of the show we're branching it about Undertaker. But you gotta give my boy a prop. He's 50 years old and he's still fighting at the biggest stage of them all. I know wrestling, can be fake, but there's a lot of real life injuries that these guys go through, the kind of pain that they go through. They go through a lot. That's the thing. However, if you do sign up for the WWE Network, you do get a free month, I think. I'm not quite sure how that actually works. So I think if you were to start today, I don't know if you would get... I think you would get April free, but I can't remember how that would work. Or March free. So, yeah, I've had it since last October, and I think it's a great thing to have. My only glitching problem with it, is that the network does lag a lot during the pay-per-view. Luckily, last weekend when I watched Fastlane, the pay-per-view did not cut out very much. It actually stayed on. It didn't cut out. It actually was decent. It actually played, and it didn't really... It cut out during the Charlotte match there with Brie, or Nikki, I think it was. But that fight cut out, and after that, really, it just kind of went smooth sailing, and it played throughout. So I didn't really... I got to see the whole Ambrose, Brock, and Reigns match. So, didn't really cut out during the pay-per-view very much. But that's the only problem with the network. It does lag here and there, and you're going to get that, So, yeah, you're going to get that. That's unfortunate. That's the way it goes with that. You'll get it to lag. It's going to pop up, and it's going to play, but then it's going to lag. You'll have that because over 1,000 people are on that thing. You got to think when the pay-per-view starts, people start logging in. I log in. My best bet when someone does have the anybody who decides to get the network, when anybody who decides to sign up for it, my best bet, because this is what I do, my best bet is when you first get the network. And when the pay-per-view is about to start, don't log in at 7:59 or don't log in at 8 o'clock. Because once you log in at 8 o'clock, everybody's logging in. And that's when that's especially when it's going to lag the most because everybody's signing in. Sign in at 6:50 or 6:30. Sign in at that time because then you're set up for the pre-show. You get the pre-show on at 7. And then you have the pay-per-view at 8 o'clock. Well, for this next one. So for WrestleMania, you'll want to log in at 4:30 or 5. And then the pay-per-view 6. So you log in at 4:30, you're all set. You get your popcorn, your snacks, whatever. Then you're all set for the pay-per-view or whatever. I do not recommend signing right in when everybody else does, because that's when it lags. So everybody's trying to sign in all at once, and then you get freaking lagging, and then you're watching a match, and then you're like, what the heck's going on? And then it's like, happened to me at Survivor Series. I was watching Survivor Series, and it started lagging, and I was watching it, and I was thinking the main event was going to be Undertaker and Kane versus the Wyatts. And it ended up, the match had already passed, and I had missed it, so I was like, what the heck happened? So I had to rewind back there on my phone at the time, at the time I had a lower speed phone, so couldn't keep up with it because it wasn't a high fast enough speed in the phone to keep up with the network. So I had missed that match initially, so I had to go back and rewind it and watch it. So that can suck when it lags, because you might miss stuff that you don't know that you're missing. So that when it lags the most, that sucks. That's the crappiest thing about the network. So that's the only downside about it. It can really suck. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, that's my only forewarning thing about it. That if you are gonna log in, do log in early enough, buy yourself enough time to get your snacks and all your goodies ready for the pay-per-views. That's my only thing. Now with like old school shows like Raw and ECW and all that, that's fine. Because those are stuff that's stuff that's already been recorded and stuff, and that's stuff that's already been that's happened. So that ain't a big issue. I recommend it with the pay-per-views, because everybody tries to log in at once, and it's a headache. So everybody tries to log in. You're like, what the heck's going on? So that would be my best advice for anybody who's starting to sign up on it and starting it as a new thing. So okay, so let's see here. Yeah, so there ain't gonna be much going on in the next couple of weeks. We do not have WrestleMania for another couple of weeks here. So we got 5 Raws before WrestleMania 32. And then I'm hearing we have 2 pay-per-views coming up in 1 month. So that ought to be interesting. Anyways. I was trying to think, I was just watching a couple of I've been watching a lot of the old Raws. I've been watching them in order. From episode 1 and on. So I've just been watching them all the way through. I got to pass time before WrestleMania, so I like to watch my old school stuff. And I was trying to think of one of the best heels back in the day. I can't really think, because over the years you've had these guys that have turned that you wouldn't expect. Like Tatanka is a perfect example. Tatanka, when he turned heel and he went to the $1 Million Man team, I guess they kind of saw it coming, but not really. It's funny because he had it convinced that Lex Luger would turn heel, and he never did. So, but yeah. But yeah, if you do get the WWE Network, guys, it has a lot of stuff on it. So I do recommend to get it. I do recommend anybody who is like I said, if you're a wrestling fan, just get it. It's definitely worth it, This is a small portion of what you can get. If you go into the... Hold on. It's lagging. My phone does it's not lagging, it just, there's a advertisement trying to pop up when I'm trying to do something here. And okay, so you see this is what you can get right here if you log in and you go right through here. I'm obviously not going to play any of this for you. I think you guys should buy it yourself. So you can get SummerSlam from last year, Money in the Bank from last year, everything possibly, everything wrestling, anything ECW. You can get December to Remember. This is old school right here. If you buy the network, you get all this, guys. Get everything. If you buy this, you get this. You get everything. I just showed you. You get that. If you pay the $29.97, you get all that. So. So yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, like I said, I recommend anybody who's into it, just to buy it. It's $29.97. What are you gonna do with $29.97? What are you gonna do? Buy a pack of cigarettes and beer, or get 24/7 wrestling? Instead of messing your life up with like drinking and drugs, get the network. Get WWE Network. The money that you'd spend on cigarettes and booze and all that, get the WWE Network. Why get drunk for the rest of your life? Go enjoy 24/7 wrestling. If you are into it, that is. If you're into it. Yeah, I don't mean to be annoying with that. Because I know a lot of people go off about, oh, don't spoil the pay-per-view for me. I haven't seen it. Go to Walmart and go buy a card and get set up on the network. It's not that hard. I did it. I missed so many pay-per-views to the point where I was like, I need to get this network. I cannot miss anymore. So. So yeah, no, we're at a point in the show where, again, I'm running out of ideas. Oh, actually, wait, no, I was gonna talk about something. Me and my friend had talked. I guess there's been a lot of debate about how certain wrestler cannot be named and talked about because of a racist slur that he had said years back. So, well, obviously we know who I'm talking about, but he just cannot be named because of a racist comment he said years back. So that right there. Hulk Hogan, I don't know what's going on with him. He made some stupid comment and he probably shouldn't have said it. So that's that. So yeah. Yep, but anyways, anybody who wants this, I'm willing to sell it for $10. It's in brand new shape, still in mint condition. It's got the Hall of Fame ceremony on there where Stone Cold gets inducted. But like I said, I have no need for it because I have the WWE Network, so it doesn't really fade me. I have no need for it. I don't really need the show. I don't need that per se. So we'll be wrapping the show up here very shortly. If anybody has any kind of comments, anything, if they're liking the show, let me know. If there's stuff that I can do to make the show a lot better, I know a co-host would make it better. I like the show. I like the way it's going. I like the way it's going so far. If anybody has any kind of comments, any kind of suggestions on what they think I could do, like I said, in the next couple of weeks, the show, I'm changing the name of the title. It's going to be called something different. Once I come up with a name, I'm brainstorming in the back of my mind. So I got another week here. If the show does get changed, it'll still be me. It'll still be the same show. It's just going to be under a different title. I mean, what I'll do is I might keep it where it's at right now. I might keep it as Wrestling Chat, and if I come up with something in the next couple of weeks, then obviously I'll change the title. I am going to be in the search for a co-host in the next couple of weeks. There might be a co-host soon. Not saying right off, we just started the show. So we're progressing. We getting up there with the episodes. So this is episode number 3. So we've started something. Maybe I've gotten a fan base out there. Maybe people wanna, I don't know. Maybe I'm popular. I don't know. I won't go live. That's the only problem. I won't go live. I'll post this on Facebook. My friends can like it and comment and however they feel, what they like. But I'm not gonna go live. I don't wanna. I choose not to go live because my friend had a problem with the Paul Bearer show when people were completely rude about that and just stupid people out there, and I just don't choose to go live. It's not even really worth it. Half the time you go live and you get idiots to call you, and it's not even really worth it. This way I post this and people have their own, what they think. They can comment in the comment box. I will be airing this. I'll be posting this episode on Facebook later. So all my Facebook buddies, they can watch this. And, yeah. So everybody who gets to see this show and how I'm progressing, people like it. Like I said, I just don't feel like bringing this down to VCam. I don't feel like really dealing with people giving me a timetable, when I can be done and how long my shows can go. This way, I run the show. I use my tablet. This is how I do my show. This is my creation. I started this. And in the next couple weeks, we'll progress and we'll get deeper into episodes. So we are progressively getting up there. In the next couple weeks, there will be a co-host next to me, I'm hoping. So, big shout out to my friends, Jack Dredd, Chris Bayless, Adam Martin, Tatiana, all you guys are supporting me in this. So I appreciate that. You guys are there for me. You guys have told me I'm doing good with the show. So yeah, I'm liking it, and I'm liking it so far. So I've started something. Just it's a work in progress. It's only episode 3. Like the 4 Horsemen. No, I'm kidding. That was a good tag. That was a good tag team back in the day. The 4 Horsemen. Those dudes are awesome. So. But yeah, sometimes the episodes are shorter, sometimes the episodes are longer. I guess it's at a point in time in the show when I sometimes run out of what to say. I don't initially mean to do that. It's just something that, there ain't much to talk about, and especially with nothing going on right now, it's kind of dead it's kind of a dead month for wrestling. I mean, you still got Raw and all that, but there's no pay-per-view for a whole month, so that part kind of sucks. But yeah, anyways, we'll have we had Fastlane, we'll have WrestleMania, it'll be right around the corner, as soon as you know it. Get about 10 Got about 10 minutes left here on the show. So I don't really know what else to talk about here for the next 10 minutes. We've discussed it. We've already discussed it. We've already gone over WrestleMania. And that's not really all set in stone yet. We don't know what's going on with that. So yeah, that's not set in stone yet. Half the matches aren't even really confirmed yet, so we don't know what's going on with it. So that's that. We'll have to figure it out and what's going on with that later on in the week. And we have Raw tomorrow night, and that'll set up WrestleMania even more after tomorrow night's Raw. So yeah, that's that. I want to talk about most insane wrestlers back in the day. I want to say Mankind. So Mick Foley, basically Mick Foley. Any character he did. Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack. Dude Love was kind of more on the hippie side. He's more on the funny hippie side, but the Cactus Jack theme song is pretty sick. I liked his song. That was the WCW. That was the ECW days, man. Right here. It's the Cactus Jack theme song right here. Bang bang! How you did that thing. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good song. I like that theme. That was cool. And then when he did the Mankind one, it was more of a mystique. It was more of a mysterious. It was a weird theme for Mankind's. That was a weird theme. His song there. Yeah, see, this is more out there. It was weird. I don't know. Kind of like an opera feeling to it. It's really weird and awkward. I don't know. Wow. Not really good theme song. It was more of a weird theme song, I thought. But good theme songs back in the day.
Red Lobster's Lobster Fest is back. So come
Another advertisement. YouTube does this all the time. Advertisements galore. I don't get it.
Or new dueling lobster tails. It's a party on every plate, and you're invited. So
You're
come
invited.
in while it lasts.
Mr. Perfect. And then he always slap the gum and he always slap the gum and Mr. Perfect's the man. He was good back in the day. That was another good wrestler. Remember these guys, the Rockers? Sorry, everybody. We're dancing on the wrestling chat here. Just dancing on wrestling chat with me. Anyways, guys, well, that's this week's show for you. Stay tuned again next week. I will have episode 4 coming your way. Again, I'm glad you guys are supporting me. To all my friends, Tachibana, Chris Bayless, Jack Dredd, Adam Martin, all you guys, hope you like this episode. Have fun. Be safe. Don't wrestle each other at home. Have fun. Enjoy this episode, guys. Let me know what you think. We're going to end this week's. Here's Drowning Pools, The Game. Triple H, The Game. Thank you, guys. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Until next week, this has been Wrestling Chat with Tyler Weston. Have a good Sunday, guys. Be safe.